Hey guys, this is Danny Boy, and this is a weekly challenge video called Flip 'em Off. I just noticed that this existed yesterday. It was on the ticker, and so on the main menu, so I investigated. And yeah, it's called Flip 'em Off, and you're limited to just using the blunderbuss and flippers on this map, whatever it's called. I honestly don't remember, even after having played through it multiple times. It's the one with the two bridges and the gaps and the pits and bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. But, yeah, I figured I may as well do this. I think it just came out, so why not? Something more to do. I do have a few days until another game comes out that I'm for sure going to play. And yeah, this is really simple. It's just, you can just use a blunderbuss and you can just use flippers. So they'll naturally run along the train tracks, and those that don't, they run on the flippers. I tend to generally stay more on the top rather than the bottom, because that way I can see what's going on the bottom, and it's harder to see what's going on the top from the bottom. And I'm not really going out of my way to get trap kills. I honestly find it more fun to kill things myself, generally speaking, anyway. So, and this really isn't difficult. The only hard part is you need to be quick to kill the earth elementals. A few earth elementals spawn in the later waves. You need to be quick to kill them because they do move quite quickly. And what's more, they will run over your flippers and trigger them, but nothing will, obviously happen. And then they'll have to reset, and they won't be able to flip the orcs trailing behind them, so you can get overwhelmed that way. So it requires some situational awareness. Also, it helps to know the waves that the earth elementals are going to come out of the rifts, and just be right next to the rifts, or at least on your way to the rifts when they're arriving. Kill them real quick with grenades, and then go about your business, really. Also, it really helps if you get lucky and mana potions drop, because that way you can spam grenades for longer. I got pretty lucky on this one. I think quite a few mana potions dropped throughout. I had already gotten 5 skulls on it. This wasn't the first time I gotten 5 skulls on it. Unfortunately, I had to record this twice because I accidentally deleted the footage after recording it because I am dumb. It was rather annoying. But just so you know, I am more than likely not going to be coming back to this game week after week to do new weekly challenges. I really don't care that much, and I really don't have much desire, and I'm more than likely not going to have a tremendous amount of time to do so anyway, though I guess we will see. Anything's possible, but probably not. I guess it doesn't take too long to beat these, though. At least this one didn't take too long. It really wasn't that hard. Really wasn't that challenging, and it is kind of fun to be limited to just a couple of traps. Well, actually, just one trap in the blunderbuss, and handicapped in that respect. Basically, it's a way of making the game more difficult without putting on Nightmare, because you can't do these weekly challenges on Nightmare. It's just like Endless. You're stuck on War Mage. And I believe the map operates essentially exactly the same as if you were playing this map on War Mage, but you're handicapped in the traps you can use. So it's just a different way of making the game more challenging, and it is refreshing, I will also say. Okay, I was irritated that I didn't know the name of this map. It's called The Crossing. This is The Crossing. It's just the weekly challenge version of The Crossing. So, yeah. Also, I actually have played some Endless now. I've gotten 5 skulls in a few maps, and I did record it. So, I think I will actually commentate those. What I'm probably going to do is either put it in double time, just speed it up dramatically, or I might just skip waves. Rather than showing all 40 waves or whatever, I'll just maybe show the first wave and then every 5th wave after that or something to cut down time. Because there's no way, guys, I can commentate a 40-minute Endless Orcs Must Die map and have things to say the entire time. And one took an hour even, so there's just no way. So I'll just cut it down dramatically, and that should work, I think, pretty well. So I think that's what I'll do. Again, I have time, so may as well. I was going to actually play a different game right now, but technical difficulties have prevented me from doing so. So still going to be playing this, at least for a little while longer. Also, somebody asked, after everything I've done, after 5-sculling Nightmare, and I've also, by the way, 5-sculled War Mage. I actually just did that today for the hell of it, because it bothered me that I didn't have the achievement, and I have OCD. So... And... yeah, I have close to 700 now, so quite a bit. Far more than I really ever need for anything. It was actually kind of fun going back and 5-sculling the War Mage maps. It was relaxing compared to what I'm used to. And yeah, as proof of concept, the Nightmare strategies do, in fact, work just fine on War Mage. Who knew? Skeet shooting, huzzah. So yeah, that's the reason why I didn't go back and 5-skull the War Mage ones. This is an example of an Earth Elemental that you need to kill quickly, by the way. I didn't go back because, and I just kind of ran through War Mage, just, you know, single attempts, beating it, done and done, moving on, because, as I figured, the Nightmare strategies would work just fine in War Mage. So if you want to see how to 5-skull War Mage, check out my Nightmare videos. It all works exactly the same. Nightmare is just harder, so the strategies work fine. It'll just be easier than it is on Nightmare. Significantly easier, in fact, than it is on Nightmare. So, we're on the final wave. This one really was pretty simplistic. Many, many flippers, and then it's just a matter of the player killing guys that slip through. The situational awareness, the hardest thing really was dealing with the Earth Elementals and making sure you kill the runners on, like, the second wave. I don't think there are any runners after... I think it's the second wave. Something like that. But, as of right now, the game plan is to, I guess, commentate some Endless. So that should be coming up. As I said, though, I believe I mentioned in an earlier episode, I have a christening to go to today, so that will happen a bit later once I'm done with that. So, yeah, this is about it, guys. Simple. Just run down when enemies are getting close. So thanks, guys, for watching. Stay tuned for more. Please like the video if you liked it. Please sub if you want to see more. Leave comments and feedback. Ask questions. I'll get back to you. 5 skulls. Not hard. I'm sure you could get a way better score than I did. Par easily made. I was playing pretty aggressively because I find that entertaining. Have a good one, guys.